Imagine having access to AI capabilities like GPT-4, think ChatGPT, right from your home, right from your Mac. You can do that thanks to the M4 chip and Apple's MLX. We're gonna dive into it today. Today's video is brought to you by The Great Onboarding, everything worth learning now, linked up down below with a 50% discount. Apple's MLX is a framework that is designed to let people who have Apple Silicon at their disposal, whether on your iPhone, your iPad, or your Mac, think the M4 chip, run local AI on those devices at 8 to 9 tokens per second. So think about like words per second, kind of rough analogy, which is cool for several reasons. Number one, privacy. You can run this locally on your machine without having to hit the cloud. And so everything just stays right there getting processed. And also you have less latency. You don't have to wait to ping a server, which might be really busy during peak hours. Other people are using it. Even if your ping could go kind of slow. All you're limited by is your local compute power. And so depending on the model that you get loaded up, you could be running at, 8 to 9 tokens per second is not too slow. Most people can put up with that and be very excited about it. And then you can do things like create your own, steering and prompt engineering, kind of create your own little local model based on something like Llama 3.3. And so you don't have to have the default steering from Apple or ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini, whatever it is. Like you can kind of just be a hobbyist and create something that works and talks just like you want it to. So Chris here on X lays it out like this. He says, a base M4 chip is what achieves about 8 to 9 tokens per second using Llama 3.370B at 3 bits. Okay, but the M4 Max should be closer to 20 tokens per second. That's a serious boost. And it's not like just any old computer out there is gonna do this. On the PC side of things, it's not really the same. You have to go out and get like a crazy chip and do an interesting build in order to do it. Like this is just a laptop that you can go buy. And because of the Apple Silicon, you can run these powerful models right there on your device. Now, what's cool about this, but in a very hot way, because it'll heat up the back of your iPhone like super quickly. If you try to do this, there's a couple apps I've covered here on the channel that will let you run this on your iPhone. Like Apollo is one, Private LLM is one, and it does seriously heat up your phone. They have to turn on game mode, right, to optimize the hardware. But it's cool because it kind of democratizes this technology that otherwise your regular old average everyday person wouldn't have access to experiment with, to play around with. It would just be like big companies saying, here's what we've put out for you to use. Here you have a lot more control. So let's say your internet goes out or something. You still can have local AI that can do things like translate for you. It can do personalized content creation for you. It could be your local AI assistant without needing an internet connection. It's pretty cool. On the Mac side of things, LM Studio is definitely the thing you want to use. You could use Llama as well, but LM Studio is great for people who are just getting into this, hobbyists, just having some fun. Makes it real easy to interface with Hugging Face models. On this second channel here, Daily Tech 2, the top clip, or one of the top clips, let's say one of the top 3 clips, is something I did on people stacking the new Mac Mini and forming little mini clusters for running local AI. Somebody wanted to power all the robots in their house using that without having to ping the cloud or anything. People have lots of different interesting uses for these. And granted, it's more of a hobbyist thing than just something that the average everyday person is going to do. But just because the average everyday person isn't going to do it, doesn't mean that it's not cool that they could dig into this and make use of it. All right, but here's the video that is really taking off already on this subject. And because of that, I know people are super into this. And so if this needs to be your introduction to this, then cool, like dive into it, get into it. Apollo for your iPhone or your iPad, Private LLM for your iPhone or iPad, or LM Studio or Llama over on the Mac side of things. But get into it because I think this really could change things in the future. What I mean by that is the internet was new and then it was everywhere. And I think that these local AIs are new right now, and then they're going to be everywhere. So this is your chance to get in ahead of the wave and then ride it before everybody else. One of the cool things about running these though locally is just that reduced latency. So you basically get these real-time personalized experiences that you have a lot more control over. At the moment, this is one of my favorite reasons for being in the Apple ecosystem, the Mac ecosystem in particular, being able to run these powerful models, play around with them, have a lot of fun. Let me know, are you using this? Are you using open source AI? Are you messing around with it? What are you using it for? Is it just for fun? Are you doing something really creative? Are you trying to stay away from more commercial solutions like ChatGPT? What are your thoughts? If you've never checked out one of my courses, you should check out the AI and I bundle because it's actually several courses in one. It's in pre-order, so you get a really crazy value. It's only $99 But all the course content would equal $450 if you didn't get this pre-sale. And you get a course to dig into right away while you're waiting for the AI course to launch. It's my Pro iPhone Video Essentials course. And by the way, you can check out my Learning to Be Productive course or my Freeform Unleashed course for 50% off right now for the holidays. Limited time, so check it out. It's all linked up down below.